Hello, in this reading, a pick a card reading, 1, 2 or 3 for the sign of Taurus. So pick one of these cards. Why don't you? I'm Andy, thanks for watching, and we're using the Starman Tarot. This is the first set of readings I've done with the Starman, but I have done some private readings with it and it's absolutely fantastic. So let's make a start and turn over card number 1. Did you pick card number 1? What's it going to be? And it's the Emperor. This is number 4. A great number actually in terms of magic and just kind of 4 square solidity. So it's a solid position you're in here, Taurus. And this is the Emperor. He's all about resources in so many ways. And when you get this card, you kind of probably won a victory at some point in the recent past, or maybe where you're at the moment is actually a victory. Maybe you've overcome something. You must have overcome something actually. But look, he's standing there with his arms folded. There's healing around in this card because there's very strong purple in his robes here. But the situation seems to have sorted itself out and seems to be really very powerfully functional, I suppose is the word. But you need to set boundaries when this card comes up because he's the Emperor. He's all about following the rules and playing by the rules. And this is really a down-to-earth card. This is about believing in the world around you, the sort of concrete nature of things. Basically, you don't have to prove yourself anymore. By this time, in whatever situation you're in, Taurus, no one is really going to be questioning your experience of life and the fact that you've got a certain amount of expertise in whatever it is that you're doing at the moment. But you do need to lead by example, and that does mean putting your house in order is one way of looking at it. Just getting everything right so that what you actually believe in is actually showing out in your life. You know, it's so easy to have everything sorted out on one level, but just not really be that kind of person underneath the mask. So who are you with the mask off, Taurus? That's really important. And there's no need to have that mask on, really. You can reject the mask and you can move forward that way because you have got the experience you need and you have got the feelings that go with it, really. Look at the confidence in this man. He's got absolutely no question about his own confidence there. There are fantastic spiritual images all over the place. Including here, this is several pentagrams overlaid, and so there is a lot of magic. It's a deep level of magic, so the possibilities are absolutely endless, and it's looking good for you as long as you believe in yourself. That is so important, Taurus. So if you picked that card, that's where we're saying you're at in this reading, and that's looking very, very favourable for going forward in the future. But you may need to take a bit more time to think about yourself, to think about what you believe, you know, and really to sort of tighten up any gaps between what you believe and the sort of person you are. That's really important because you came to this earth with whatever mission you came with. We all do, there's no doubt about that. So it is good to be yourself, it is good to be authentic, and that is the way to lead. Leading by example. Okay, let's turn him back over and let's move on to card number 2. Did you choose card number 2 here, Taurus? Let's find out what you chose if you did. And it's the 6 of Pentacles. Great. Lots and lots of magic in this card. And a suggestion of abundance as well. The attitude to take at this time is that you have more than enough. That really is an important thing to get hold of. It can be very difficult to believe in this world because sometimes we're not heading in the direction that we really need to be heading in. And we always know somewhere deep inside ourselves when that is the case. But look, 6 of Pentacles, there are pentacle discs everywhere, well, 6 of them, and a character turned over on her head here, and this is the shadow self, really upside down. It is actually always there, but it isn't the real important thing. It carries a lot of importance with it, and that's why it's important to meditate and actually be in touch with that side of yourself, as well as the outward showing side of yourself. But this is about making things real. We've got a tiger's head on this character here, so there is forward motion. What we have to do is really trust that abundance will flow in a natural kind of way. And if you chose this card, Taurus, you will be aware either of a great need for abundance or of abundance beginning to come in. If it's the great need, then just keep going and the abundance will actually be coming in. It's on its way in. See, we've got the teepee here. That is going to be a great place to live, but it's a very natural place to live. We don't all live in places like that. We don't all take the opportunities that we get in the better weather to actually go out and spend time in the countryside. But think of that teepee. That's the nature of human beings. That's what we're all about. So get in touch with your natural soul if you possibly can. There's never any shortage of resources. You just need to channel them in the right direction. The job really is to show up fully as yourself, because that way you can inspire people through whatever you do. If you just get involved with life and do things just for the joy of doing them, the pure joy of doing them, you will find that life gets involved with you, and that will draw towards you the connections you need to really be at one. And that's not just at one with yourself, that's at one with a group of people or in a relationship. And just one person that you're in a relationship with can actually have that function in magic. The Greek Orthodox priests, but I believe, I think it's them, they have to either be a monk or get married. You know, they can not be a monk at all and get married and have a sex life and everything. But if not, they've got to be a monk. They can't just live on their own, because they have to have some kind of commitment to some kind of community. That's really important for the magic of their work to actually flow. And this card in a lot of ways is about this, that very thing for you, Taurus. You don't absolutely have to kind of get married or be in a community. You can do this by yourself, but you need to be moving towards other people and thinking of other people, being aware of the nature of being a pack animal. So if you step into that natural flow of abundance, which is there, you know, it's hard to believe sometimes, but it is there, then you will actually find yourself in charge of your own resources, really. But be generous with those resources, Taurus. Offer the best you can into your life. You know, honour your goals with action and everything you can put into them, basically. And that way your vision will come about in a very worthwhile way, and it will make so much sense. So let's turn this one over. That's number 2. And we'll come on to number 3, Taurus. Did you in fact choose number 3? Let's see what it means if you did. What have we here? The 2 of Cups. Okay, so it's cup sign energy. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the water signs. And this card is, of course, a reflection of the lovers in so many different ways. And you can see the 2 characters coming here together, absolutely glowing in their individual colours. And this is so much to do with the dancing to the rhythm of life, would be a good way to put it. There's an oracle card that says that, and it's a very wise thing. Sometimes this is about going within yourself. Sometimes this is a bit like being the hermit, I suppose, which is the last thing it looks like with the 2 lovers coming together here. But really, for a love to be a whole, complete thing that has such value and such meaning that it becomes absolute love and kind of conquers everything the way love does, it's a lot to do with self-knowledge. You need to step out into the world, most certainly, but for that to really work, you've got to travel within yourself. You really have. You need to sort of become more aware of everything that can happen when 2 people get together, because the outcome, the product of 2 people coming together and working together in whatever way, loving together, being together, is so much more than the sum of 1 plus 2. You know what I mean? There's something magic there. There's something alchemical there. And there is great, great potential to grow. So this is about trying to get yourself in a position, Taurus, where you can actually put out the pure essence of the feelings of love. You might want to practice whatever spiritual beliefs you've got about meditation, anything like that. You might want to practice some of that. Actually drop down into that space of meditation and look within yourself. But this card is really out there, and it is really positive. And this looks like a relationship you're in is either blessed or it's coming up and it's going to be blessed. But you need to bless it as well as the divine. The divine will always bless it. The angels will always do their best. But you need to actually bless it yourself. As I've said several times in just about every reading I've done in the last few weeks, actually, honour those goals with action. You know, if you really want to feel love in your life, if you really want to attract love into your world, then put everything into it that you possibly can. Don't hold back. Look at the bright colours. All these cards have wonderful bright colours actually, but I'm sure I've been drawn to use this deck this week for that exact reason. All these bright colours are showing how amazing a wonderful thing life can actually be. Some of it's day glow, some of it's kind of dull, but it all mixes together, and that is the nature of things. You know, some of the dullness, you might call it, of going into yourself and hiding away from the world. As long as you don't do it for too long, and as long as you keep your thoughts out there and the law of attraction flowing by keeping on being out with people or in the world somewhere making a difference, then things are going to keep on improving, and that is going to allow you to attract whatever it is you need to attract. And love is an amazing thing. Focus on whatever love you already have before you even think about going forward. I mean, loving your cat, loving your dog can make you a better person, or can make you better placed to actually go out there and make your relationships work, relationships of all kind. But at the bottom line, if your relationship with yourself and your relationship with the divine, the angels, whatever way you want to look at it, if that's healthy, then you're in the best possible place to draw a real abundance of love into your life. And this card, the Two of Cups, says it's on its way in. So there we are, a pick a card reading for Taurus. Let's just look at them all. Which one did you pick, Taurus? Let's look at them all together here. Which one did you pick? Whatever you picked will be the right one for you. I'm absolutely sure of that. I'm a professional psychic. I'm always doing things like this. And of course I'm channeling as I'm working. I'm trying to bring that sacred, that divine kind of input in as I'm working. But believe me, any psychic worth their salt will tell you that everyone has got that psychic thing going on, whether they know it or not, whether they practice it or not. And if you've picked one of these cards, then it really is the card for you. I'm sure about that. This is the Starman Tarot. This is the card that sort of comes on the front of the deck by David DeAngelis, and it's inspired by artwork that he created for David Bowie. So the whole Starman thing is involved there. It's a fantastic deck. I've really loved working with it every time so far, and I've loved doing this reading for you guys, Taurus. So if you wouldn't mind, and if you've enjoyed this one, do please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Tap the bell so you don't miss anything, and check it out. There are hundreds and hundreds of readings on there. I do them all the time. I'll be along with more readings in another week or so. Well, I'm going to do, I try every week, I try to do a full set of readings. That is the idea of it. But that's Taurus for this week. Hope it's made sense to you. If it hasn't, think some more about it. Watch it over, or at least watch your card over again, and see what it really says to you. Listen to your dreams, and you will definitely feel the benefit as long as you keep on doing that. 3 real positive cards here for Taurus. And so have a fantastic March, my friends. I will be back very soon with more. So have a good one. Leave me a comment if you will. It really helps me if I get to know who's watching the videos and who I'm doing these readings for. It strengthens the connection. We are a soul tribe, all of us here on YouTube. So please get in touch if you'd like to. It'd be great to hear from you. And my email address is down below, somewhere down there. If you would like a reading or to talk about anything else, please just go ahead and get in touch. Please enjoy yourself, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.